when he was sure he was over the current fit, although an occasional snicker still rumbled up inside his throat like an aftershock, and his father would be safely locked away in his study with his cigarettes, his scotch, his papers, and his little bottle of white powder, Jake went back to his desk, turned to the study lamp, and opened Charlie the Choo-choo. He glanced briefly at the copyright page and saw it had originally been published in 1942. His copy was from the fourth printing. He looked at the back, but there was no information at all about Beryl Evans, the book's author. Jake turned back to the beginning, looked at the picture of the grinning, blonde-haired man sitting in the cab of a steam locomotive, considered the proud grin on the man's face, and then began to read. Bob Brooks was an engineer for the Mid-World Railway Company on the St. Louis to Topeka run. Engineer Bob was the best trainman the Mid-World Railway Company ever had, and Charlie was the best train. Charlie was a 402 big boy steam locomotive, and Engineer Bob was the only man who had ever been allowed to sit in his peak seat and pull the whistle. Everyone knew the woo-woo of Charlie's whistle, and whenever they heard it echoing across the flat Kansas countryside, they said, "There goes Charlie and Engineer Bob, the fastest team between St. Louis and Topeka." Boys and girls ran into their yards to watch Charlie and Engineer Bob go by. Engineer Bob would smile and wave. The children would smile and wave back. Engineer Bob had a special secret. He was the only one who knew Charlie the Choo-choo was really, really alive. One day, while they were making their run between Topeka and St. Louis, Engineer Bob heard us singing, very soft and low. "Who is in this cab with me?" Engineer Bob said. "Don't worry," said a small, gruff voice. "It's only I." "Who's I?" Engineer Bob asked. He spoke in his biggest, sternest voice because he still thought someone was playing a joke on him. "Charlie," said the small, gruff voice. "Hardy har har," said Engineer Bob. "Trains can't talk. I may not know much, but I know that. If you're Charlie, I suppose you can blow your own whistle." "Of course," said the small, gruff voice, and just then the whistle made its big noise rolling out across the Missouri plains. "Woo-woo!" "Goodness," said Engineer Bob. "It really is you." "I told you," said Charlie the Choo-choo. "How come I never knew you were alive before?" asked Engineer Bob. Then Charlie sang this song to Engineer Bob in his small, gruff voice. "Don't ask me silly questions, I won't play silly games, 'cause I'm just a simple choo-choo train and I'll always be the same. I only want to race along beneath the bright blue sky, and I'll be a happy choo-choo train until the day I die." "Don't ask me silly questions, I won't play silly games," Jake muttered, looking at the picture on the front of the cover of the book. Engineer Bob sat in the cab, pulling the whistle cord, looking as happy as a pig in shit. Jake supposed Engineer Bob's smile was supposed to convey supreme happiness, but to him, it looked more like a grin of a lunatic. Charlie and Engineer Bob both looked like lunatics. And the more Jake looked at the kids, the more he thought that their expressions looked like the grimaces of terror.